For being a little bit late today, you guys. I was kind of working on a few different things that I wanted to show you guys some cool stuff. So a few days ago in the group, wasn't in the, it was in the high level group, somebody posted something really neat which I wanted to try out and show you guys today. And I don't know exactly what we would use it for, but I think if we can tie this in with some JavaScript and stuff like that, it's a really neat thing because basically what we can do is bring people onto a site, auto submit a form in the behind the scenes, have a hidden form, submit that, and then be able to pull in that contact, all that contacts information onto the page. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that in a few minutes. It's not going to display everything on the page just yet, but I'll show you how that works. I mean, I guess we could also do some kind of refresh, submit the form, and then the page would load. So we could also try that, and maybe I'll throw that in here while we do it, and then we'd be able to pull in all the contacts information automatically. You just have a little hiccup blip for them, but I think that would be neat. I'm going to look that up right now, and I will have that ready for you guys in 1 second. So we'll just wait for a few people to see if they want to join the call with us today. Otherwise, I'm going to jump on that. I've got a few questions to answer that have come through in the last few days. And then I'm going to go over something that I feel is really important when you're working on your agency, you're working on your marketing, you're working on your business. And we're just going to kind of jump into the first step of getting that all figured out. I talk to a ton of different agencies, new agencies, older agencies, all over the place. And one thing that I've seen more and more common lately is, as more people come into high level, is they don't really know where to start. So we're going to try to tackle a little bit of that today and kind of give you an idea of how to start narrowing in on maybe that niche or those clients that you want to work with. And we'll talk about those things. And then if anybody jumps on with any questions that they would like answered for today, I'm going to be here and doing that. So let's just keep going. And I'm just going to check out Facebook to make sure everything is live as it should be here. So just give me 1 second as I flip through some pages. Okay, there. New. Okay, so one question Mark Howard just had was, how do customers approve a video testimonial once it's come through? Right now we have it set up for the admin to be able to do that. What we're doing right now is we're setting that up so that you'll have a custom menu link and you can drop in that video administration section into their page so that they can edit that. So I'll show you guys how to do that. I'll actually post that into the video testimonial section so that you'll be able to just grab a link and drop it onto their custom menu link for that customer. It'll see the same thing as a leaderboard videos, and that will work almost exactly the same way. So I just want to make sure that we're live streaming here. I feel like we are. Restream is giving me a weird little hiccup here. It shows we're going good. So it says we're on Facebook, Think Big, and YouTube. So awesome. Okay, so let us keep going. So I saw this post come up today and I thought it was very relevant. Gonna jump over to that, which is our target market is men and women ages 18 to 75. And the marketing agency going, what? Yeah, the office is awesome. So that's one of the things we're going to tackle here this morning right away. Doesn't seem like we're getting too many people on here today, and that might just be because I haven't told too many people about it, even though we have our live standing call. Let's just see here. See if I can do an @ everyone and see if I can get people to join. And we're live. Give everyone that notice that they need. We're live. Tom, join us and ask questions. Going forward to today's call. All right. Just sent out a notification there. Oh, she just shared that. All right, let's see. I think that's both in here. All right, cool. All right, so let's just jump into it. So here's something that I was just playing around with, which I think is super neat. And I'm going to open this code editor and I am going to just kind of clean this up a little bit so it doesn't look so ugly in here. Okay, so what we're doing is we're basically waiting for the page to load. We're giving a couple seconds for the page to load, and then we're going to submit a hidden form on the page. And if we submit that hidden form, we are going to do an automatic reload after we submit that form. So let's hit save and see what happens. Now, the cool thing with this is we are able to pull in information like this, which really could be anything. So let's just even add in a couple more here. So contact.email, contact.phone, contact dot I think address is one. So let's just see that. And then you could probably even pull in other custom fields if you want as well. So let's hit refresh here and just see what happens. See if we're going to get any errors on this. That's automatically going to pull that in. So we have name, phone number, email. That's pulling in. It looks like it's going to keep looping on us and just keep reloading. So we're not going to do that just yet. And then we'll hit save. Okay, what we're going to do, but this is neat because let me show you something inside of high level. So in the back end of high level, when you complete a form or do anything, it pulls in the customer's information. All that information is under application local storage. So that's really neat. So it pulls all that information in. It basically pulls in all their custom fields and everything like that, so that when you come to a page, here's what we're going to do is we're passing the contact ID. This is their contact ID there. It's taking to this. Like I said, what I want to do is it'd be cool if it automatically refreshes when they come to this page, refresh, and it's going to have that information there. But if we have that form hidden, it'll submit this information, it'll refresh the page, and then we can automatically pull in that information. So any information that we have in the back end for that client, we should be able to take out and display on the page without issue. Now, there's other options of doing this too. We can take this contact information and we can actually put it into, that's weird that it wants me to log in again. Oh, great. Let's just see here. Wonder why it kicked me out. Okay, I think we're back now. Okay, so we have contact, first name, email, phone number, contact address. So I just want to go take a look and see if there's any other custom fields that we could pull in. So because potentially we could either submit a form and have it redirect to another page, or refresh that page and then have that contact's information pull directly into that page to display whatever we want. So let's go. I think this is the one I was pulling in here. Let's look for something under maybe additional info or rewards. We could probably just throw something in there. Onboarding, gold card. Let's do stamps. So let's go Let's go 8 stamps. How many remaining? 2 stamps, number of stamps. So we could go like that. I'm gonna go grab the actual custom field. I think it's just gonna be card contact underscore loyalty stamps. Let's go over to here, open this up in a new window. And I know this might be a little bit boring, but I think it's interesting because we can, different ways that we can pull in information into the high level group so that things are kind of cool. The more information we can display. Oh, the Zoom isn't working. Okay, cool. Well, I will grab a new Zoom link for you guys. Here, I can just do it right in Zoom right here. Oh, I guess I wasn't even sharing my screen. Maybe I was. Okay. Let's see here. Boom. There's a link there for Scala. He can jump in there. Else is posting? Let me go math here. Let me go find one. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. I guess I wasn't sharing my screen either. Start going over some stuff I just kind of get on with myself. And Drew, okay. Hey man, how's it going?
What's going on, bro?
So I was just talking away and nothing is working, hey?
Yeah, and I was trying to inbox you to let you know we were chatting on the Facebook Live, but I don't think you were able to see it.
Let me see over here. Oh, there we go.
Myself and another person was
And
chatting on that.
was that on my profile or was that under
Well, I went to the Zoom link that you emailed as
oh
well as
yeah.
the one that I saw on the actual
Okay,
Facebook
cool.
page.
Let me just see if I can get some more people here. That makes sense why I'm like just in here talking to myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that should work. Then let me check where else we got it. We have it in the group too. So I'm gonna jump over to the group and then I'll share that out too. So how's your week been?
Been crazy, man. I actually got a meeting in an hour.
Nice.
Um, yeah, it is a good thing. But I was trying to hop on while I get myself ready for that. Also, when you were talking about what you were seeing on your screen, you weren't sharing your screen, so we
Yeah,
was kind
I realize that now. I thought I had hit share and I did not. So and then why can't I find I think it's so funny that I'm in the group here and I'm looking for my live video for today and I don't see it anywhere at all. So I will, where can I go do that? It's under media maybe. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Okay. Well, I see that our people have asked a few questions, meaning but it just says Facebook user. So it's not telling me who or where that was at. So I'm going to just continue on here and then we can chat about that. So I go videos. Oh, there's a live right there. There we go. I just found it. Here is the Zoom link. All right. Okay, we got Jake. Yeah, Jake, and Scala. Yeah, so jumping on there. All right. So for the hiccup, we're good to go now. That's a
yeah,
few seconds behind. I think we're still live. I think we're still good. Yeah, okay. So right on. So things have been going good.
Yeah. Still haven't launched the referral program because
Yep.
I've been wanting to actually get with you. I'm not around my laptop now, and get with you and just kind of walk me through. I was going to actually set it up for my daughter's hair salon
Oh
and
yeah,
use
yeah.
and use that as a demo for other
Perfect.
customers. So the LC phone number and email and all that other stuff. I need help with setting all that up.
Yeah. Um, yeah, for sure. Let's jump on a call and we can chat about that for sure.
Okay.
Setting up phone
Okay.
numbers and getting that all rolling. Um, I'm gonna jump back over to what I was talking about without displaying anything to everyone.
Yeah, yeah. So we can see what you're
um,
talking
yeah.
about.
So that's funny. I do that all the time though. Okay, so what I wanted to what I was showing here is someone in the high level group a little while ago posted something that they were refreshing the page with a hidden form and were able to pull in the contact's information. Now I wanted to see if we could do that on the same page without it being a big disruption to the customer. So one thing that I was testing this morning because I was like, you know what, we should talk about that because I think it's a cool idea. Is that so we have this page here, and up in the top of the page, I have contact ID equals, and then this equals somebody's contact ID, right? And if I'm passing that contact ID over to this page, I have a form that is automatically submitting there and then pulling in information. Now, it doesn't display it instantly. So I'm going to go over to what's cool is so when high level pulls in your information, it stores it in a variable called local storage in your browser. And if we just come to this page without that form being submitted, that user information isn't here. However, if we're on here, let's hit refresh again. And if we submit this form, it's going to submit it on the page, and you'll see that high level pulled in all the information for this user right here with all their custom fields and everything in there. So you could essentially grab a contact's information and put all their information in here. So what I was talking about before was just saying, okay, well, let's throw some stamps in there, but you can really pull in any information that's filled out in their custom fields onto the page. Now, this could be a hidden form on the page and have the page submitted with JavaScript so that you don't have to go and do it manually. Which I think would be cool if we could have that go and then pull in that information and then just maybe refresh the page and display it. One other option is having a form like this that automatically gets submitted on one page and then just says, hey, we're loading or redirecting you, and then take them to another page. So what that would look like is if we're in here, this is just kind of my testing grounds for a few different things. So we add a new funnel step. This is going to be, actually, we're just going to clone this one, clone to this funnel. We're not going to put a form on this, but we just want to display that contact's information. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, this is not loading. There we go. Oh, why is it? That's the second time today it logged me out. I have no idea why it's logging me out. High level, the fun things.
Yeah. So while you get that straight, for
Yeah.
those of you who may not know, what is a hidden form?
So let's say, so you can see my screen here, right? So if we just take a form like this and we go over to say advanced. This one I called positive form. But let's say we can take this CSS selector here, even if we want. If you want to make it more usable across multiple sub accounts, like if you're creating a snapshot, I would give the form a custom class here, and then copy that, go over to your custom CSS, and then all you have to do is go dot, put positive form, display none. So what's going to happen now is that form will actually be hidden on the page when we go to preview it. So it won't display. It'll still be there, but it just won't be showing to the customer. So yeah, once this loads, it won't be displaying to the customer. So it's essentially just hidden on the page, and we can still access it from JavaScript. We can still reload that page or load that form and have it triggered. But high level is being all sorts of fun today.
So in what instance would you want a hidden form? Just so I'm curious.
So I've talked with a few different people about having a page that loads with a bunch of clients' contact information in there. Now you can typically do that through, say, like a trigger link or passing things through URL variables, URL parameters. So like up in our header bar there, if we had name equals Jason, or Bob, whatever, and then we put on our page here, I'll put this down here, you can pull in URL variables into your page. So you can pass these from when you submit a form, when somebody clicks a trigger link, anything like that, you can pass these URL variables or URL parameters over to a page like this. So you're going to see Jason is my name there, but underneath you'll see Bob, and that automatically pulls in from here. So you can display information like that on the page. And now I've seen people where they're passing a ton of information through the URL and to a page to display it. Another way to do it is you can either just go right through, when you have somebody fill out a form, you can tell which variables that you wanted to grab when that form is submitted. And you can do it through a trigger link as well, and then grab those URL parameters to display on the page. So there's a couple different ways of doing it. And let's say, for example, our reward system here, we're grabbing the variables that are in the back end here. So under application, when someone loads here, we're grabbing these variables and displaying them on the page or displaying them through the API. So that's one way of doing it. Another way would be to pass a bunch of variables in the header right here, to pass that information, like the contact ID and all that kind of stuff, over from one page to another. So it just depends on how you want to display things, but it kind of gives you a little bit of advanced Jedi type things to be able to pull that over. So just testing that out to see if that would work for us. So
okay.
It does work, and it's kind of interesting. So just kind of something cool. I mean, there'd be different applications that we could potentially use that for. You could use it for displaying a video on the page. You could use it for again, URL variables, more information, saying hi to your customer, displaying stats and stuff like that for that customer, all that kind of thing. So once a customer fills out a form and hits submit, we can grab their data and display it on the page really easily. But without them submitting that form, then we don't grab that data. So yeah, that's all I was trying to do, is see if we could do that, submit the form, and then see what happens when that goes through. And yeah, the cool thing is it pulls that information for us.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I've talked to other people where they like to display, a bunch of reviews for that person, or a video testimonials for that client, or anything. So you could potentially share um you could potentially share somebody's page to somebody, and if it has contact underscore ID in it with that person's ID, what high level will do is, even if you don't have any fields in this form, it will automatically assign this submitted form to that person. So we don't have any fields in here. All we have is this button, but because we have contact ID equals this in the URL, it's already attributing it to this contact in the CRM, which
Okay.
is again neat. So if we bring somebody to this page and then have the form auto submit, and then we just leave them on this page, then maybe that's kind of a cool thing that we could use for bringing in contact information. Not exactly sure yet, but I just wanted to test it out, and I thought it'd be a cool thing to demonstrate on the page here to for different things. So some of the stuff that we are doing, contact cards, you would be able to take somebody's contact card, say if you use our contact card creator, have this page load, have one, instead of creating one page for every user or anything like that in your company, you could have one page with this contact, pass the contact ID to that page, and then have, you know, all the person's links, URLs, whatever you want in there, and then have a button down here so somebody could click to download their contact card when they're on their phone. Kind of have like a dynamic link tree type system set up so that you could have a bunch of information on here, and that all pulls from their contact record, so the page loads dynamically rather than having to create a new page for each one of your users or something like that. That's kind of just a really quick idea of how we could do that, is set up a dynamically loading link tree page with reviews and whatever else you want to throw on there. That's kind of like a use that I can just think of it for off the top of my head here.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, let's move on from that now.
Oh.
Unless there's any other questions, or you have any other thoughts around it, because I think it's kind of neat. But
Well, me not being a technical guy, so I'll just have to see it when it plays out, and then it'll make sense to me.
yeah, yeah, totally. Let's jump over here. I have one quick question from I think it was Mark earlier today. He asked me, let's see, he just asked me how we can add people to bypass the review system and just go right to the referral system. If you don't want to use, if you have reviews and referrals and you just want to do referrals, how do you bypass that? So there's two options for that. One question is, underneath reviews here, we have a send referral request, give to clients. So this is simply a form that clients can bookmark in their browser. They submit this form and it will add a new contact and send out a referral request. Option two is going to automations here. We wouldn't go to automations, but you would just add people to referral step one here. So inside this campaign, you can add anybody to this referral step one. And in order to do that, just go over to contacts, select the customers that you want to add to that referral step, click on up here, add to workflow campaign, and then you would select referral step one. Referral step one, add people to that, add it all at once, whatever, and it'll start sending out emails and messages asking people for a referral. That will bypass the review campaign and go directly to the referral campaign. We used to have reviews and referrals very tightly intertwined with each other, but there was a lot of requests like this where we wanted to either offer reviews and referrals, or reviews or just referrals. So that is one option to do that. Those are basically the two ways to be able to do that through the system here. We might even have a third way, which would be to add a tag, but let me see if we have that or not. And if you don't have it, you could easily just add it as a workflow trigger. So we have the referral request form. If you wanted to do it by a tag, click on here, click a new workflow trigger in referral step 1, and then we could go tag. No, yeah. So contact tag as a workflow trigger, and then we would add tag added, request. Let's see if we have a referral one. So we could go request underscore request referral, add new tag, and then save trigger. And I'm just going to save that in there. So let's just name this what it should be: contact tag added request referral. Save that. So you could just add a request referral tag, and then any customers contacts that you have under here, you could go to that person. Let's say here, and just go down to add tag, and then go referral under quote score. I probably spelled that wrong. Oh, request referral right here. So you can go request referral, and then it will add that person to the thing. And I just added somebody to that workflow, asking them for Steve Nelson here on how to request a referral here. But for some reason that didn't go, probably because I don't have any of this stuff set up in here for the referral request. So if that, I hope that answers your question on how to set it up for adding people right directly to referral step 1 to request referrals. All right. So we did an update to the reward system this week as well. Let me kind of go over that. High Level made some changes again to their loyalty, or not to their loyalty, but to when they were doing the level up, they added a couple interesting things which kind of messed something up, but we fixed it. So that's good. Let me show you what that is for. We're on the sites. Basically is when you pop up a pop-up, the content inside the pop-up isn't loaded when the page first loads. It doesn't load until after it doesn't load until after the pop-up is triggered. So let me do this. Gonna log in here. All right. So on our earn rewards page. Earn rewards. On our earn rewards page, what was happening? We would click this button and our information wasn't being automatically populated in here. And the reason for that was High Level with their like lazy loading type thing. They don't want to, they're trying to speed up the funnels, right? This is my guess of what happened. They're trying to speed up the funnels. So they're not actually loading any of the information in the pop-up until you actually trigger the pop-up, because not everybody's using pop-ups, right? So, what was happening was our system was looking for those form fields, and it wanted to populate it with the information, but because the form wasn't loaded, that information wasn't being loaded into there. So what we did was we created a trigger that when you click on this button, it's going to detect that we opened the form. It's going to wait for the form to load, and then it's going to add in all the information that we need for those referrals. So we've updated that on a couple of pages now. It should work for you. If you find that it's not working for any reason, let me show you what you can do just to maybe ensure that it is going to work. Maybe you change the graphics or something like that. I don't know if that would be an issue, but you can just add a class to this page or to this button right here under the same thing that we did a little bit earlier there. Actually, I took it off, so it should work for you. But if it doesn't, let me just take a look at what I named that. So I think I put, it's going to look for I'll find that out, so I don't want to just stay on here for a bunch of time, but it was rewards dashboard, earn rewards, earn rewards portal. If you don't see it, RAF button. So you could give this a class of this is what I called it, refer a friend button, RAF button. So you could take that class and you could just drop it into here under advanced, put RAF button on here. If you decide to change this or do something else with this button and you find that is not triggering the pop-up or triggering the information to load into the pop-up, put RAF underscore button into that custom class right there and hit save, and it will then work for you, because we'll be looking for that RAF button and then we'll trigger the form to be filled in. So hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a little bit of a step, but you should be able to do that pretty quickly. Try to make it as seamless as possible. So if you're using the base system, and it should just work for you now. You might have to shift refresh on that page when you go to test it out, but it should work for you really good. All right. That's our little update. And then we did the custom field thing, how to update after you log in. So yeah, I kind of just displayed that earlier, where when you have somebody log in, fill out a form, anything like that, you can pass a URL variable and URL parameter and have that display on a page like this here. So name equals Bob. So let me jump over to that really quickly, and I'll just kind of show you what we do in something like our reward system under trigger links. So you can have a trigger link that goes to a page. You can have a trigger link that goes to a page, and see on these trigger links here, we're passing all this kind of information. So we're passing email equals contact email, phone, contact phone. Whenever a trigger link gets sent out from an email or a text or anything like that, it'll automatically populate that trigger link with the contact's information, whatever you want to put in there. So this one here, we're pulling some smart rewards stuff. We're pulling the referred by phone number. Here we're doing a contact ID. We're using this in our script. So we pass CID instead of contact ID, because if you put contact underscore ID, no matter what form they fill out, it's going to get tied to the contact with the contact ID in the URL, which is kind of tricky. So if you send somebody to do something like I just showed you, where you have a form that they're going to fill out, or that form that's on the page, and we pass that contact, say we pack contact ID to a page, but then we have a different form that we want somebody to use to get in touch with us, high level will hijack that form and actually assign all that information to the contact ID that you pass in the URL. So it's a little bit tricky. Just be aware that if you're passing that information, you might want to have them get in touch and actually send them to a different page with a different form on it, so that we're not tying that together with that same contact ID. But having said that, you can pass any kind of information from a trigger link to a page, and same thing with a form too. If you have forms set up, you can add URLs into, or variables into the URL, and it will pass that information over to the next page as well, so that you can easily pull up that person's information on that page. So it should automatically do it when you have them submit it. If you put contact.name, contact ID, contact.form, email, whatever on that next page, but you can also pass it. Let's see here. You can also pass it over here in the URL options. So options, if you said open URL and then you had HTTPS, yoururl.com/? name equals contact.id. You can pass that information along with the form, and it'll show it in the URL parameters. Therefore, you'll automatically fill in that contact's information in the form there. So that's just another kind of behind the scenes tip for today. Let's just go without saving that. So just a bunch of little things that I think we could cover. And yeah, man, that is where we're at for today. So I hope you guys having a great Thursday. Got a bunch of things coming down the pipeline here. We've been working really hard to get a lot of stuff done. We've got some more funnels coming. We've got some more onboarding. We've got some more information. We've got a whole list of updates and upgrades that we're making to the system that I think that you guys are really going to love. And then, yeah, we're going to be talking with someone this weekend here about a really cool thing that I think you guys will like, which is social media posting for your agency inside of High Level. I've been talking with another guy who's going to come in and show us what he's put together here this weekend, and he's put over 2 years of agency social media posts together for you guys. And you guys are gonna have an opportunity to be a part of that. So look forward to chatting with Michael about that and seeing what you guys think. So let me get off of here so you can actually see my face again, I guess. Yeah, so thanks for being around. Thanks for being part of the community. Like always, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, we're going live every Thursday so that you can get your questions answered, and I can help you guys out with some automations. It's a busy time of year right now, and I think everyone's just getting a bunch of stuff done. So I'm excited to show you guys a few things that I showed you guys today. And like always, if you have any questions or anything like that, reach out. We're around, and I look forward to chatting with you guys soon. All right, I'm going to sign off for today and get some more cool stuff done. All right, talk to you soon.